All right, angle relationships is going to take two boxes, so we're going to work on our first box. There are going to be three vocabulary words. The first one is complementary angles. Complementary angles are two angles that add up to 90 degrees. For example, if I have 90 degrees, now remember we mark our 90 degrees with the little box there, and if I have angle 1 and angle 2, the sum of those two angles is going to add up to 90. And the way I say this is the measurement of angle 1 plus the measurement of angle 2 has to add up to 90 degrees. Right? The other one is supplementary angles. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. So now I have a straight line, which I know that the straight angle is 180. I have angle 1, I have angle 2. So the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180. And finally, we have vertical angles. Vertical angles, if I have two lines crossing each other, and I have my first angle, let me make the lines, I have my first angle here, my second angle, these are opposite of each other. They kind of make that shape of a V. So you can remember these are vertical angles. They're opposite of each other. So angle 1 is actually, because they're opposite of each other, is the measure of angle 1 is going to be equal to the measure of angle 2. All right, and if you want to reference these, as we could find these on page 24 in your packet as well. All right, that's your first one. The second box I'd like you to stick in there is we're going to look at three lines put together. So if we have two lines that are parallel, the way I notate parallel is I draw this double arrow piece to show parallel. So we have line M and line N. We could say M is parallel to N. It's a little bit of notation for you. And we have this other line that cuts it. We call that line that cuts it a transversal. So if I look at all the angles in between there, let's call it angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have some relationships between these. The first relationship that I want to talk about is corresponding angles. Ooh, let's not use that pen. Let's go back to black here. So corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal as well as in the same position. Okay, so corresponding angles, an example of that would be angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Again, they're on the same side of the transversal in the same position. Therefore, 4 and 8 would also be corresponding angles. There are four sets of corresponding angles. I'll write the other example I just mentioned, angle 4 and angle 8. All right. Okay, we're going to look at the parallel lines again. Again, we have two parallel lines cut by a transversal. And I'm going to go ahead and put the numbers in there again. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these are going to be alternate interior angles. So now we're going to take a look at, they're alternating. Alternating what? They're alternating on opposite sides of the transversal. This is a 3. All right, so they're alternating sides, and interior refers to the inside of the parallel lines. Okay, so interior you can think of inside of the parallel lines, and alternating means alternating each side of this transversal. So angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior. The other one would be angle 4 and angle 5 are alternating and on the inside.